Welcome back. Today, we explore the value of these most valuable commemorative quarter-dollar coins that are sold for thousands of dollars at auction. So let's get started. First up, the 2007 Montana quarter is a part of the United States Mint's 50 State Quarters program, a series of coins that celebrates the unique history, geography, and culture of each state. The Montana quarter, released in 2007, is particularly significant due to its connection to the state's rich history, including its statehood in 1889. Montana officially became a state on November 8, 1889, and this quarter commemorates its admission to the Union. The design of the coin reflects the state's natural beauty and its pride in its agricultural and mining industries, both of which played pivotal roles in its development. In terms of historical significance, Montana's statehood came after years of territorial disputes and economic development. The state's natural resources, such as gold, silver, and copper, made it a hotspot for settlers and industrialists, driving its rapid development in the late 19th century. By the time it became a state, it was already an integral part of the American frontier. The Montana quarter features an image of the state's iconic bison, a symbol of the American West and the majestic Rocky Mountains. The bison is depicted in a natural stance, walking across the plains with the mountainous backdrop in the distance. This design was selected from a public competition and was the result of careful thought about Montana's heritage and identity. The total mintage of the 2007 Montana quarter with the P Mint mark was substantial, but its current market value is a different story. In fine condition, the Montana quarter can fetch anywhere from $26,200 at auction, with pristine examples reaching $27,000 or more. This is due to the coin's rarity in certain conditions, as well as the growing interest in state quarters, especially those with specific mint mark. As with many commemorative coins, the value of the Montana quarter has been influenced by the passage of time and the changing interests of coin collectors. Over the years, the price of Montana quarters in fine condition has seen a steady increase, and it continues to be a popular choice for those interested in collecting coins from the statehood quarter series. The obverse of the Montana quarter follows the standard state quarter design, featuring George Washington's profile with the inscription United States of America, Liberty in God, We Trust, and the year of mintage. The reverse, however, is where the real value lies. The bison and the mountain range are beautifully detailed, with each curve and line emphasizing Montana's wild and rugged landscape. The reverse also includes the state name Montana and the year of statehood 1889 above the bison. The phrase Big Sky Country is inscribed, another reference to Montana's vast and picturesque open spaces. As with many coins, errors can significantly impact the value of a quarter. Some Montana quarters have been found with minor defects, such as double die errors, die cracks, or unusual toning patterns. Coins with these unique features can fetch a higher price, especially among collectors who specialize in error coins. Another factor that influences the value of the Montana quarter is the condition in which it is found. As is often the case with commemorative coins, quarters that have been well preserved with no major scratches, dents, or discoloration are much more valuable. Coins that have retained their original luster and shine tend to command a premium at auction. Collectors and investors are also attracted to state quarters because of their relatively low cost and wide availability. Many people view these coins as an accessible way to start a collection, and some even collect them by mint mark or condition, further driving demand in certain segments of the market. Next up, we have the 2008 Arizona quarter, which was released as part of the same 50 State Quarters program. This coin commemorates Arizona's statehood in 1912, and it carries with it a piece of history that is especially important in the context of the American Southwest. Arizona became the 48th state of the United States on February 14, 1912. The state was admitted after decades of effort to establish a separate territory, and its admission was seen as a crucial step in completing the contiguous United States. Arizona had long been home to Native American tribes, including the Navajo and Apache, and it also had a rich Spanish and Mexican heritage. In the early 20th century, Arizona's economy began to grow due to the development of mining, especially copper mining, which was a driving force in the state's industrialization. The state's arid desert landscape is known for its stunning natural beauty, and this is represented in the design of the Arizona Quarter. The reverse of the Arizona Quarter features a desert scene, complete with the iconic saguaro cactus that dominates the Arizona landscape. In the background, we see a mountain range, further emphasizing Arizona's rugged and unique topography. The coin also includes the inscription Grand Canyon State, referencing one of Arizona's most famous landmarks, and 1912 marking the year of statehood. On the obverse, the standard design of George Washington is used, along with the inscription United States of America Liberty and in God We Trust, with the mint year displayed as well. The 2008 Arizona Quarter with the P mint mark was produced in large quantities, but the coin's value today is higher than its face value due to its connection to state history and its unique design. In good condition, the Arizona Quarter can be worth $37,000 depending on the demand and the auction environment. Despite the relatively high mintage, the Arizona Quarter still has strong demand among collectors, particularly those focusing on state-themed coins, and for those with higher-grade examples, the coin's value can climb to $40,500 mint error versions, such as coins with missing details or unusual die cracks, can also command much higher prices. As with many commemorative coins, errors can add significant value. For example, some Arizona quarters have been found with a misaligned die, creating a partial or incomplete design. These errors are relatively rare, but when they are found, they can increase the value of the coin significantly. For collectors, the Arizona Quarter is a perfect example of the intersection between history and numismatics. The coin's design, featuring the desert landscape and the saguaro cactus, appeals to those who have an interest in the Southwest and the natural beauty of the United States. Next up, the Washington Quarter is one of the most iconic coins in the history of American coinage. However, in 2022, the US Mint released a commemorative quarter that stands out as a tribute to Dr. Sally Ride, the first American woman. This coin is part of the American Women Quarters program, which honors women who have made significant contributions to American society. Dr. Ride, an astronaut, physicist, and educator, made history when she launched aboard the Space Shuttle Challenger on June 18, 1983. Dr. Sally Ride's legacy as a trailblazer for women in science and space exploration is what makes this coin so special. As one of the first coins in a series that celebrates influential women in American history, it has captured the interest of collectors and investors alike. The coin's release sparked a renewed interest in the Washington Quarter, particularly among those passionate about space exploration and the progress of women in science. The 2022 Dr. Sally Ride Quarter is a stunning piece of numismatic art featuring a beautifully detailed portrait of Dr. Ride herself. The obverse of the coin still showcases the familiar portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. However, it is the reverse side that draws attention, where we see Dr. Ride depicted against the backdrop of a space shuttle in flight, with stars surrounding her as a symbol of her achievements in space exploration. The P mint mark, which indicates it was minted in Philadelphia, is also prominently displayed. The design was created by artist Craig Campbell, and its release was celebrated with fanfare, including a launch ceremony at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The coin's reverse highlights Dr. Ride's contributions to science and her pioneering role in space exploration. It is truly a remarkable piece of American history, frozen in time through this collectible. The mintage of the Dr. Sally Ride Quarter with the P mint mark was relatively limited, which has only added to its value in the marketplace. Since this coin is a part of a limited series, its demand is high among collectors. While the mintage numbers may vary slightly from year to year, it's essential to note that coins with unique commemorative designs often appreciate in value over time, particularly when the subject matter resonates with the public. In terms of market value, the Dr. Sally Ride Quarter in very fine condition has seen impressive auction results. As of now, depending on the condition and the seller, its value can range from $8,000, but coins in higher grades, such as extra fine or uncirculated condition, have fetched significantly more. Limited edition releases or coins with significant historical context, like this one, could reach $12,000 or more, especially in pristine condition. One of the key aspects that boost the collector's interest in this coin is the potential for minting errors. For example, coins with misaligned dies or double strikes could see a significant increase in value. As collectors know, the rarer the error, the higher the premium the coin commands. Errors on this specific quarter are more uncommon, but when found, they can command anywhere from $50 to several $100s at auction, depending on their rarity. Given Dr. Sally Ride's historical significance, her coin is expected to continue gaining value, with space exploration being a hot topic and the ongoing push for greater representation of women in science. This coin will likely continue to appreciate in value over time, making it a great addition to any collection. Next up, the 1999 New Jersey Commemorative Quarter is part of the 50-State Quarters program, which was launched by the U.S. Mint in 1999. This program featured a series of quarters, each representing one of the 50 states, released in the order they joined the Union. The New Jersey Quarter is particularly significant because it commemorates the year 1789, when New Jersey became the third state to join the United States. New Jersey has a rich history that includes being the site of pivotal moments during the American Revolution, such as the famous Battle of Trenton, and it is often considered the crossroads of the American Revolution. In addition, the state is known for its cultural diversity and contributions to American industry. The design of the New Jersey Quarter incorporates these elements of history. It features an image of George Washington crossing the Delaware River during the Battle of Trenton. This iconic image captures a crucial moment in American history, when Washington led his troops to a victorious surprise attack against the Hessian forces on December 25, 1776. The obverse of the New Jersey Quarter is a typical feature of the 50-State Quarters program, showing the familiar profile of George Washington. The reverse of the coin depicts the famous scene of Washington crossing the Delaware River with the state's name and the year of statehood, 1789, prominently featured. The quarter's design, like many in the series, was created by a renowned artist, and its execution on the coin is a testament to the high level of craftsmanship of U.S. coinage at the time. The D mint mark indicates the coin was minted in Denver, and it is widely known that coins from this mint are popular among collectors for their higher quality and more detailed finish. Despite being in circulated condition, the New Jersey Quarter remains an essential coin for anyone focused on state quarters or American history. The mintage of the 1999 New Jersey Quarter with the D mint mark was quite high, with billions of quarters being struck for circulation. However, because of the limited run of specific state quarters and their popularity with collectors, they remain a staple in the market. In circulated condition, the coin typically fetches anywhere from $6,000 depending on the wear and tear it has sustained over time. That said, higher quality specimens, especially those with minimal wear, can see significant increases in value. The New Jersey Quarter's value can rise to as much as $8,500 or more when found in uncirculated or proof-like special editions, such as proof coins and coins with unique errors, have commanded upwards of $10,000 at auctions. As with most coins from the 50-State Quarters program, there is a growing interest in error coins. Common errors include double strikes, misalignments, and off-center strikes. Error coins can make a massive difference in value, especially for popular states like New Jersey. These errors are quite rare, so if one is found, it may sell for hundreds of dollars depending on the severity and type of error. The 50-State Quarters program has gained immense popularity among collectors, especially those who focus on state-specific coins. The New Jersey Quarter, with its rich historical context and striking design, remains a favorite. As a result, it continues to attract interest from both new and seasoned collectors. Next up, the 2005 Kansas Commemorative Quarter Dollar, a coin that is a part of the 50-State Quarters program. Released in 2005, this quarter celebrates the state of Kansas, marking its place in U.S. history as the 34th state to join the Union. The Kansas quarter features a design that represents the state's history, with its most prominent feature being a silhouette of a soaring American buffalo. This design was chosen to symbolize the state's association with the American frontier, a nod to Kansas' historical importance in the westward expansion. The Kansas quarter was released in 2005 as part of a series of state quarters issued by the United States Mint. The state quarters were created to honor each state's unique history, culture, and contributions to the nation. This particular quarter stands out for its inclusion of the buffalo, an animal that was once integral to the lives of Native American tribes and early settlers. With a mintage of over 1 billion Kansas quarters, the coin's availability was high, which is why the quarter in its typical condition may not be highly valuable. However, it is the ones in exceptional condition, such as those with an error or specific features, that attract collectors' interest. The design of the Kansas quarter is a remarkable representation of the state's role in the expansion of the American West. The obverse of the coin features the standard portrait of George Washington, while the reverse design displays the American buffalo and a ring of inscriptions, Kansas 1861, and home on the range. The choice of using the buffalo as the central motif is highly symbolic, as it highlights the state's connection to the Great Plains and the migration of buffalo herds that once roamed vast areas of Kansas. Another key feature is the inscription of home on the range, a phrase that is widely associated with Kansas' cultural identity thanks to the famous song of the same name that was written by Dr. Brewster M. Higley in the 1870s. This quarter represents a very distinct moment in Kansas' cultural and historical landscape, as the song Home on the Range became a symbol of the peaceful, vast open plains that are iconic in the state's geography. What makes the Kansas commemorative quarter interesting to collectors are potential errors, which include variations in minting, such as doubling in the inscriptions or misplaced design elements. These errors can significantly increase the value of the coin in the marketplace, especially if they are rare and noticeable to the trained eye. For example, misalignments or overstrikes can lead to a coin being much more valuable than a standard issue. In fine condition, the 2005 Kansas quarter with a D mint mark may fetch prices above the regular market rate due to its slightly worn state while retaining important features. As with all coins in the 50 States Quarters series, collectors are particularly interested in coins that are in superior condition or those that feature anomalies in their design. The market value of this coin, while modest for most standard examples, can increase in the case of rare errors or with higher grade versions, and coins with these characteristics can sell for upwards of $33,000, depending on the auction or coin deal. As the years go by, the Kansas quarter's value is likely to continue increasing, especially as collectors continue to seek coins from this popular state quarter series. Coins like this are not just valued for their silver content, but also for their commemorative nature, making them an essential piece in any serious U.S. coin collection. In today's market, a 2005 Kansas quarter in fine condition with a D mint mark is generally valued between $39,000, depending on its condition and the presence of any unique features, errors, or anomalies. Coins that are in uncirculated or higher grades can sell for much more, but fine condition pieces hold steady interest among collectors, especially those looking to complete their state quarter collections or seeking to acquire error coins. Next up, let's look at the 2022 Washington quarter dollar that commemorates the Voto para la Mujer, or Vote for Women, a design that honors the 100th anniversary of the passage of the 19th Amendment, which granted women the right to vote in the United States. Released in 2022, this coin is part of the American Women Quarters program. The U.S. Mint's American Women Quarters series aims to celebrate and highlight the contributions of women in U.S. history. The 2022 Voto para la Mujer quarter was issued to commemorate the passage of the 19th Amendment and the tireless efforts of suffragists like Susan B. Anthony, Elizabeth Cady Stanton, and Alice Paul, who fought for women's voting rights. This quarter pays tribute to the movement that changed the course of American democracy forever. The mintage of the 2022 Voto para la Mujer quarter was significant, with millions produced, but the demand for coins in extra fine or better condition has driven up interest, particularly as this coin represents a key milestone in women's rights in the US. The design of the voto para la mujer quarter features a powerful and striking representation of a woman casting her vote at the ballot box. The image captures the spirit of the suffrage movement and its fight for women's equality. The inscription Voto para la mujer boldly emphasizes the theme of women's suffrage and the ultimate triumph of women's rights activists. The obverse remains unchanged with the traditional portrait of George Washington, but the reverse design is a poignant reminder of the historical struggle and victory. The design is deeply moving and meaningful, especially as it speaks to the legacy of the women's suffrage movement, which has shaped modern American society and empowered generations of women. The coin's appeal lies not only in its beauty and symbolism, but also in its historical significance, making it a must-have for collectors passionate about social justice and women's rights. As with all commemorative coins, collectors are particularly interested in error variations, which can significantly affect the coin's value. Potential errors on the 2022 Voto para la Mujer quarter could include design flaws, misprints in the inscriptions, or anomalies in the minting process. These types of error coins can fetch much higher prices than standard examples, especially for collectors looking for rare or unique pieces. In extra fine condition, this coin is in high demand, as it represents a key moment in American history and the progression of women's rights. Collectors who are interested in preserving and celebrating this part of history are willing to pay a premium for coins in better condition, such as the extra fine version. Currently, the value of a 2022 Washington quarter with a P mint mark in extra fine condition typically ranges from $24,000, depending on market demand and any unique features. Higher grade versions, or those with special errors, could see values soar into the hundreds of dollars, making this coin an attractive option for both collectors and investors alike. Next up, the 2019 Lowell National Historical Park Commemorative Quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series, which started in 2010 and celebrates significant American landmarks. The Lowell Quarter specifically honors the history and legacy of the Lowell National Historical Park in Massachusetts. The park itself plays a crucial role in American history, as it commemorates the American Industrial Revolution, particularly the textile mills of the 19th century. The design on the 2019 Lowell Quarter showcases a beautiful depiction of the iconic boot mills in Lowell. This design was selected after a public competition, reflecting the blend of the city's industrial roots with its role in shaping modern America. The reverse side of the quarter features a detailed image of a worker in a mill with a mill building and a water wheel in the background. The obverse side, as with all quarters since 1932, shows George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. This quarter has the letter P mint mark, indicating it was minted in Philadelphia, and is notable for its relatively small mintage numbers compared to other coins from the series. While the minting process itself was routine, this particular coin has sparked a considerable amount of interest due to its historical significance and its place within the broader narrative of America's industrial growth. The 2019 Lowell Quarter was minted in both circulating and proof versions, but it's the circulating coin with the P mint mark that has garnered the most attention from collectors. While millions of these coins were minted, their fine condition and collector interest have caused their value to increase significantly in the market. In fact, a coin in fine condition could fetch around $10,000 to $20,000 depending on its grade and the demand at the time of auction. However, high-grade examples can climb much higher, particularly if they're graded Miss 65 or better, which could see auction prices ranging from $28,300 depending on the specifics. A low mintage can be a key factor in its rarity, and this coin is no exception. The Lowell Quarter is particularly sought after because it marks a specific moment in the evolution of American heritage, and collectors are keen on securing a piece of that history. These factors combine to make the Lowell Quarter a standout in the market today. As with most commemorative coins, errors can significantly affect the coin's market value. One of the notable errors that collectors look for is the missing mint mark error, where a coin that should have had a mint mark such as the P in this case, does not. Finding a Lowell quarter with an error can increase its value exponentially. Additionally, coins that are particularly well preserved with minimal wear and tear, even in fine condition, attract considerable interest. The coin's design also contributes to its popularity. The theme of industrialization resonates deeply with collectors interested in American history, and the Lowell quarter provides a tangible link to that period. The use of a water wheel and the depiction of a mill worker give the coin a dynamic historical feel that many collectors find appealing. Next up, the 2007 Wyoming quarter is part of the 50-state quarters series, which was one of the most successful coin programs in the history of the U.S. Mint. The program ran from 1999 to 2008, and each state was honored with its own unique quarter design. The Wyoming quarter, released in 2007, commemorates the state's entry into the Union in 1890, making it the 44th state. Wyoming's commemorative quarter was designed by artist John Flanagan, and it features a stunning representation of a bucking bronco, which is a symbol closely associated with the state's cowboy culture and its prominence in the American West. The design also includes the words "equal rights" inscribed, which reflects the state's history as the first to grant women the right to vote in 1869, long before it became a nationwide law. The reverse side of the Wyoming quarter is beautifully crafted, capturing the rugged essence of the state and its role in shaping American history. The mint mark on the coin indicates that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and the coin was released alongside other state quarters during a time of great interest in commemorative coins. The mintage for the 2007 Wyoming quarter was relatively high, which means that they were widely circulated in everyday transactions. However, finding a quarter in circulated condition that is still in good shape can be somewhat rare, as they were heavily used at the time of release. In circulated condition, you might expect to pay around $19,000 for a typical coin. Coins in higher grades, especially uncirculated ones, can fetch much higher values, often reaching between $20 to $40 depending on their grade. In general, the value of the Wyoming quarter, like many other coins in the state quarters program, isn't astronomically high. However, it holds sentimental and historical value, which makes it a worthwhile addition to any collection. Collectors who specialize in state quarters, or those interested in commemorating the American West, often seek out this coin in their searches. There are a few known errors that have surfaced on Wyoming quarters. One such error is the double die variety, where the coin shows two impressions of the same image due to a misalignment in the die. These types of errors can significantly increase the value of the coin, especially when they are found in high grades. While not every error coin is valuable, finding one of these varieties in fine or better condition can result in a nice premium in the auction market. Wyoming's connection to the American West also makes this coin a key piece for collectors focused on the country's expansion and settlement. Its inclusion in the 50-state quarters series further contributes to its appeal, as the program itself was highly popular among collectors during its run. Next up, the Maya Angelou 2022 commemorative quarter is part of the United States Mint's American Women Quarters program, a series that honors the contributions of notable women throughout American history. The program, launched in 2022, is set to release 5 distinct quarters each year, with each coin featuring a different American woman who made a significant impact on society. Maya Angelou was selected for this program due to her monumental influence as a poet, author, activist, and Maya Angelou is perhaps best known for her autobiographical work, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, which became an instant classic and is now considered essential reading in American literature. Angelou's lifelong dedication to social justice, civil rights, and advocating for women's rights has left a legacy that continues to inspire generations. This coin was officially released in 2022, and it is the first of 5 women to be honored in the inaugural year of the American Women Quarters program. The minting of this quarter was met with great anticipation, as it not only celebrates Angelou's legacy, but also marks a historic moment for American coinage, as it features a prominent woman in a previously male-dominated series. The 2022 Maya Angelou quarter was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, with the Philadelphia Mint responsible for producing the largest number of coins. In terms of mintage, the figures vary, but millions of these quarters were struck and released into circulation. However, because of its cultural significance, the Maya Angelou quarter is already becoming a sought-after coin among collectors, especially in higher grades. In the auction market, the 2022 Maya Angelou commemorative quarter, in good condition, typically values around $25,500. This may seem modest compared to more rare coins, but considering it is a commemorative coin that honors an American icon, its value is expected to rise in the years to come, especially in higher grade conditions like M65 or higher. Coins in pristine uncirculated or proof condition can fetch up to $30,000. Because this quarter is still relatively new, the market for it is still developing. The value in circulation coins tends to be on the lower end, but as with many modern commemorative coins, the value tends to appreciate as collectors seek to complete sets or as the historical relevance of the honoree gains more recognition over. The design of the Maya Angelou quarter was created by artist Emily Damstra, and it stands out among other quarters for its dynamic representation of Angelou's life and work. The obverse of the coin features the classic portrait of George Washington designed by John Flanagan, as seen on all Washington quarters. This is the same iconic image that has appeared on the quarter since 1932. On the reverse side, the coin's design captures the strength and elegance of Maya Angelou in a powerful portrait. The central image shows Angelou with a raised arm, a pose that invokes a sense of empowerment, resistance, and resilience, qualities that defined her life and work. Surrounding the image are words that echo Angelou's message, with her name appearing prominently across the top. To the left of her portrait is a bird in flight, symbolizing freedom and Angelou's famous poem, "I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings." Along the bottom of the reverse side, the quarter bears the inscription United States of America, and the mint mark P for the Philadelphia Mint appears just to the right of the bird. Additionally, the coin is inscribed with the pluribus unum and the coin's denomination of $quarter. This distinctive design not only honors Maya Angelou's legacy as a cultural icon, but also links her to the broader history of the American struggle for civil rights and gender equality. The design is modern, yet timeless, reflecting both Angelou's artistic and social impact. As with many coins, the Maya Angelou quarter has the potential to contain various mint errors that may increase its collector value. One common error that has been seen with commemorative coins is die clashing, which happens when the dies used to strike the coin make contact with each other, leading to an overlap or shadowing effect on the coin's design. This error can be especially valuable to collectors because it's rare and visually striking. Another potential error could be off-center strikes, where the coin is not perfectly aligned during the minting process. These errors can create unique, one-of-a-kind items that are highly coveted by collectors looking for rare and unusual pieces. Collectors are particularly drawn to graded specimens of this coin, with high demand for those in mint state or proof condition. Professional grading companies, such as PCGs and NGC, provide certification services that authenticate the quality of the coin, and these certifications can significantly increase its value. Coins in higher grades, such as M65 or higher, are more likely to appreciate in value as time passes, especially as the commemorative nature of the coin becomes more historically significant. Collector interest is also heightened by the limited edition nature of the American Women Quarters program. Only 5 women are honored each year, and collectors may want to secure a full set of the coins, which further drives up demand. Additionally, the 2022 Maya Angelou quarter carries extra significance because it marks the first woman in the series and one of the most influential figures in American history. The 2022 Maya Angelou quarter is much more than just a piece of currency. It is a piece of American history that honors an influential woman whose life and work continue to inspire millions. As part of the American Women Quarters program, it is a collectible that will only gain in historical significance. For collectors and investors alike, This quarter represents an opportunity to own a piece of numismatic history while honoring a legend. With its unique design, era possibilities, and growing collector demand, the Maya Angelou commemorative quarter is a coin that should not be overlooked. While the value may currently be modest in good condition, it is a coin with tremendous potential for future appreciation. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, securing this coin now could be a great investment in the years to come. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave your comments below. And as always, keep hunting for those rare treasures.